Hey guys, this is Aaron Sapp, and I would like to introduce you to Musical Sampling's Adventure Brass. So, in a nutshell, our goal was to create a brass library that is as believable as it is easy and fun to use. A workhorse library that would cater to adventurous, pompous brass lines without the need for any key switching whatsoever. Just load it up and go to town. With that said, we have provided key switches strictly as a means to easily audition and navigate through the various patches. I would not recommend key switching in the middle of a track. There's just too much under the hood that turns on and off, and bad things will happen, so don't do it. But really, it's all about this one patch right here, Adventure Trumpets, and respectively, Adventure Horns, Trombones, and Tuba. With these patches, the idea is that you can play any note length you want and still achieve some vestige of believability. You can play a staccato, you can hold it out, and just play it. We've also programmed two subtle attack variations for all the Adventure and Majestic patches, as well as the staccato slash staccatissimo crossfade patches. Any velocity 98 and below will trigger a tighter staccatissimo attack, while 99 and above will trigger a slightly broader staccato attack. Each of those longer notes use the broader attack, while the shorter notes use the tighter attack. Owners of our Soaring Strings library will recognize the To Silence button. To reiterate, with it on, when you bring the mod wheel all the way down, it'll fade to silence. And with it off, you'll hear the maximum volume of the softest dynamic. And like with the strings, it's basically an extended means of dynamic control to help further shape your attacks and releases. The humanization button provides a way for Contact to randomize the start note position and end note position for any given note that's played. So for those of you like myself who like to quantize your MIDI, this will help stagger the attacks and releases of your notes. And depending on your mock-up aesthetic, we've provided 4 different settings you can cycle through. Off, of course. Tight, which will randomize the start and ends of each note by up to 15 milliseconds. Natural, which is up to 30 milliseconds, and loose, which is up to 60 milliseconds. And the whole point is to allow you to quickly quantize your notes, but retain some width in the performance with staggered attacks and releases. I will say that this feature does introduce a little latency to allow Contact to think. So if your sequencing program already has this feature, just leave this off and go with that. So the Solo Trumpet Overlay button does exactly that. With it on, there's a vibrato solo trumpet subtly layered within the section for the Adventure, Majestic, and Sustain patches. And this is something I've always done myself to add a little warmth and emotion to a trumpet section line. Here's with it on. And here's with it off. Next, let's check out the Majestic patch. With these, we adjusted the programming to lend themselves to broader, more expressive lines. And like the Adventure patches, the tighter attack is intended for quicker notes, while the broader attack is intended for the longer notes, where you want more of a bloom in the attack. Now, the Playable Repetitions patch is pretty cool, and it's specific to the trumpets. We pulled these from recorded repetitions and programmed each note of the phrase to actually be playable. It's a great tool for lines like this. And over here you have your 3 volume knobs. Pretty self-explanatory stuff. You got your close mic with the pan slider, your room mic, and your mixed mic, which includes all the mic pairs used in the sessions that have been carefully mixed and baked into this position. And if you want to assign an output, just click the mic position name. To conclude this walkthrough, I like to play a short demo that uses only 5 patches. The first one is the Trumpet Repetitions Velocity patch that plays right at the beginning. The other 4 patches are the Adventure Trumpets, Horns, Trombones, and Tuba. And this is to help illustrate what this library is all about and what you can achieve with just 1 patch per instrument. And with that, thanks for listening.